Hello everyone, I am Manoj BR. Today let us discuss about the water supply system and sanitary systems under module 2. The session goes like this. Initially let us discuss these concepts in straightforward and simpler way, then I will elaborate the systems as per the academic requirements. Let us first take the water supply systems. So understand the water supply system in simpler way. Let me give you an analogy for water supply system with human body's blood circulatory system. Imagine the water as a life blood and imagine the water supply system as a network of veins collecting water from the source to different parts of the body, or collecting the water from the source and distributed to different parts of the body. Here within the blood circulatory system we have a heart which pumps the blood to different parts of the body. In water supply system we have a water source which pumps the water to different parts of the city. In the body the water being pumped from the heart and being supplied through veins. As same as that, in water supply system we have pipelines which supply water from the source to different parts of the body. In the same way, in the human body, the blood which is circulating through veins, which is pumped through veins, will comes out through capillaries. In water supply system, the water which is being pumped through pipelines will comes out through taps and fixtures. So this is how we can imagine the water supply system, comparing it with the blood circulatory system of a human body. Let us discuss the need. Let us discuss the need of water supply system. Can we imagine a community or a house without a water? No water for drinking, no water for cleaning, no water for daily activities. Water supply system is very essential to supply the life sustaining water to different parts of the city. It supplies the life sustaining water. To mention some points, these are the needs of water supply. Initially, we need better water supply system to survive and to maintain health. To survive and to maintain health, we need a better water supply system. As we need food to eat and air to breathe, and we need water to drink and other purposes. Water is very essential for our body to perform properly or to function properly. Then, to maintain sanitation, and to maintain hygiene within the city or in the households, we need better water supply systems. Can you imagine a sanitation or a good sanitized city without a water? Without water, we cannot even flush the toilets, we cannot clean the toilets, we cannot clean the dishes, we cannot keep our surroundings clean. Hence, for better sanitation and to keep the city hygienic, we need a better water supply system. And the final thing I need to mention is, for the economic development, we need the better water supply system. Can we imagine a business running without a water? Can you imagine an industry running without a water? For every processes within an industry to run, it needs water. Hence, for the economic development, we need a proper or a good water supply system within a community or a city. So this is regarding the need for water supply system. Initially, we need water for survival and to maintain health. We need water supply system to maintain the sanitation and hygienic condition within the city. For better economic development, we need to have a better water supply system. In simpler terms, the water supply system is an essential service that we all rely on our well-being as well as our progress. Let me outline the important stages or important components of the water supply system through a flow chart. As I already mentioned, within the water supply system, the pumping source is very much important, that is the water source. Here, the water source may be a natural source or may be a man-made source. Natural sources are such as a well source, a river source, a lake source maybe, even a spring source is a natural source of water. Man-made source are nothing but reservoirs. After having this water source, then we need to treat this water. That means we need to have a water treatment facility or water treatment plant. We need to treat the water for the required standards. We cannot drink the water directly, we cannot use the water directly from the source. It needs to be treated for the stipulated standards recommended by the regulatory agencies. Within this water treatment facility, we will be having unit operations and unit processes, namely sedimentation, flocculation, before that coagulation, filtration and disinfection. Then after treating, maintaining the stipulated standards, maintaining the better quality of a water, then it is being pumped or then it is being stored in the reservoirs. These reservoirs may be a GSLR, that is, or GLSR, ground level storage reservoirs, or maybe a water towers, wherein the water is being stored in elevated tanks so that it will be having a sufficient head so that it can be supplied to different parts of the city within the distribution networks without using any pumps. Then comes, after storing the water, this water is being pumped through the distribution networks. Then comes the distribution network. These distribution networks are of different types. It might be a gridiron system or radial system, dead-end system. Based on the structure of a city, we will decide which distribution system is better for that city or the community. After considering the distribution network, after installing the distribution network, then the water is being delivered to the consumers. The water is being delivered to the consumers. Here, the consumers are who? Who are the consumers here? The consumers are households. The consumers are public facilities such as it might be commercial facilities. Industries are the consumers. They use for their daily processes. As we use the water for domestic purposes, like for drinking we will use water, for bathing, for washing, for laundry purposes, for gardening purpose we will use water. So they are the consumers. These consumers use the water for different purposes. That means they are used for different purposes. After usage, the next part is, it is mentioned that about within 100% of water supplied, 80% of it will be generated as a wastewater. Not all portion of the water will be utilized. Within 100% of water supplied, 80% of the water will be converted into a wastewater. So within this water supply system, the next major thing is generation of wastewater. As I said, this wastewater generated has to be collected properly, has to be transported properly, has to be treated properly before disposing it to the environment. So this is a simple outline of the water supply system wherein highlighting the water source, their usages and the disposal of wastewater. Fine. Now let us discuss about the sanitary systems. Here the word sanitary is not only referred to the wastewater treatment or wastewater collection. The sanitary comprises of the solid waste management system along with the wastewater management system. Sanitary is nothing but the keeping the city completely clean in terms of disposing the solid waste and in terms of disposing the wastewater. So let me give you an analogy here also, wherein we can compare the wastewater system, that is sanitary system, to the waste disposal system of our body. Again, the waste collection lines or waste collecting veins are considered to be a pipelines or drains which are collecting the waste from the different parts of the city, and these wastes are getting treated within the body. The waste is being treated within the digestive system and also in the kidney. In the same way, in the city, the wastewater or the solid waste is being treated in different facilities. Then it is being disposed in a safe manner as we dispose our waste. So this is how you can imagine the sanitary system as compared to our waste disposal system. Now let us discuss the need or necessity of a better sanitary system. Why we need a sanitary system? Can we imagine a house or a city without having a bathroom or without having a way for a proper disposal of a waste? No, we cannot. Sanitary systems are an unsung heroes that keeps or help to keep our city clean, health and safety. Help to keep our city clean, safe and healthy. To mention some points, to maintain, so these are the points which I am mentioning now. To maintain health and hygiene, again, we need to have a proper sanitary system. We wash our hands to keep ourselves clean. Likewise, we need to have a better sanitary system within the city to keep the city clean and to make it free from the diseases. And for communities' well-being, we require a better sanitary system. Imagine if the waste is being disposed in haphazard way, it creates chaotic situation, unaesthetic conditions, it disturbs the environment in every possible manner. Hence, we require a better sanitary system to maintain a good well-being within the community. And to have environment sustainability, to help to the better sanitary system helps in attaining environment sustainability. As we treat the waste which we are generating and then we are disposing it to the environment, we are not harming the environment. This is how we can express ourselves as a stewards wherein we are protecting our environment. So these are the points which I would like to highlight as a need for sanitary system. Again, in simple terms, sanitary systems are like the unsung heroes that help to keep our city clean, safe and healthy. They ensure the waste is being handled properly and in a responsible way. So let me outline the main stages within the sanitary system as well, as we did it in water supply system within a flow chart. So in sanitary system, the first thing we need to consider is the waste generation aspect. Waste is being generated from the households, from industries and from commercial sectors. It might be of different types. It might be combustible, non-combustible, that is putrescible, non-putrescible. Some are recyclable, some are hazardous, some are biomedical waste. We need to look into this in this waste generation aspect. Then comes the collection. So different types of waste are collected differently. Usually we have come across the curbside collection, wherein the individual or a person comes to a specific location and takes the waste with him or through the trucks, and it will be disposed of. And the community will be provided with a dumpsters or a bins or containers, wherein with specified timings that bins will be emptied. So this is regarding collection. Likewise, the hazardous waste are collected different manner. We have proper regulations for that. The biomedical waste are being collected in a different manners. And then comes the transportation. Whether it might be a curbside collection or through a bins the waste is being collected, then it will be transferred to a trucks or vans, wherein these trucks and vans take these wastes from the locality, from the community to the dumping sites. After being transporting this waste to the dumping site, then we look on to the waste disposal options. As I said, there are different types of wastes. Some are non-recyclables. They end up in landfills. Some are having a potential to create an energy. They end up in waste to energy sectors. Some are biodegradable. That means they have a potential to become a compost. They end up in composting sectors. Then comes the bigger aspect, that is the recyclables, that is recycling. The waste which are having the potential within this recycling facility, they end up. Within these recycling facilities, we have a separation units, we have a sorting units. The waste such as plastics, glasses, some metals are being recycled in this section. As I said, sanitary system is not only for the solid waste, it also involves the wastewater management as well. Hence, within the sanitary system, we will discuss about the wastewater. Of course, the wastewater is being generated as the solid waste generated from the households and different communities and industries. After waste generation, it is being collected. Nowadays, it is being collected through the underground drainage system for large cities. For small communities, there are septic tanks provided, wherein the waste is being collected and treated and disposed there itself. Usually, the wastewater is being collected through the pipelines, which are called sewer lines. After collection, this has to be treated. Treatment is done. Same as that of the water treatment facility, here also we will be having the unit operations and unit processes. But whereas here, the major treatment process is biological treatment. As because the wastewater contains the organic matters, we need microorganisms help to degrade or decompose those organics. After treating them for the stipulated standards, then it will be disposed. We have different methods to dispose. The wastewater which is being treated, the effluent which has been treated will be disposed into the rivers or oceans, any water bodies, or can be used for irrigation, which is called as sewage farming, which has its own drawback if the wastewater is not being treated properly. So, this is the simple outline of the sanitary system comprising of a solid waste generation and its management, and wastewater generation and its management. Finally, I will conclude like this. Just like a healthy body needs a better blood circulatory system and waste disposal system, a healthy city needs a proper water supply system and a better sanitary system. So, this is regarding water supply system and sanitary system. Let us discuss about the urban air pollution management. So, what exactly the air pollution is? Air pollution is the introduction of chemicals, particulate matters or biological matters into the atmosphere which causes harm or discomfort to humans and as well as living organisms, and cause damages to the natural environment and also to the built environment. But urban air pollution refers to the air pollution in and around the cities. Within the cities, the air pollution which has been caused is referred as urban air pollution. This urban air pollution is worse in diversely populated areas like in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, most of all the metropolitan cities having the urban air pollution problems. The most common hazards which we can see which are caused by air pollution are acid rain, global warming, the inducing factor for these is an air pollution, ozone depletion, smog formation, in recent cities, in recent times, we come across many smog formation problems. The major cause for this is due to urban air pollution. Because of the urban air pollution, these are all the hazards which we can expect. So, according to WHO, exposure to the air pollution causes 4.2 million deaths per year. This is as per the records. So, what are all the sources of air pollution? Sources of urban air pollution. Not only just air pollution, we are mainly concentrating on the urban air pollution. So, if you look upon the urban air pollution, the major source is due to transportation. The primary source of air pollution, that to urban air pollution, is the usage of vehicles, that to older diesel vehicles, wherein incomplete combustion happens and emits particulate matters, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and some hydrocarbons which are harmful to the environment and living organisms as well. The next major source is domestic use of fossil fuels. Majority of the world population still uses solid fuels for the generation of heat, like they still use wood, charcoal and coal for burning and generating heat. This generates particulate matters which emits obnoxious gases such as nitrogen oxides, sulfur dioxide and methane as well in some cases, and majorly carbon monoxide because of the incomplete combustion. The next major source is generation of electricity. As the population increases, the demand for the energy is also getting increased. Hence, to cater the demand, we are using fossil fuels which are having a cheaper value, and hence they are used to generate electricity. Another source is agriculture. Agriculture majorly generates methane, it liberates methane into the atmosphere. Majorly it emits nitrogen oxides to the atmosphere. And within the agriculture, there is a practice called stubble burning, which in turn emits carbon monoxide and hydrocarbons and other harmful pollutants to the atmosphere. And within the urban areas, burning of firecrackers because of burning of firecrackers, this might not be a primary source, but eventually it will add on to a urban air pollution. So in India, how we are managing it? How we are managing the urban air pollution? Let us look into that. To manage urban air pollution, we have regulatory frameworks or regulatory authorities, namely CPCB, that is Central Pollution Control Board. This is for whole India, and for individual states we have SPCB, that is State Pollution Control Board. These are the regulatory bodies that sets air quality standards, monitors pollution and suggests pollution control strategies. And CPCB as well runs as same as that of the State Pollution Control Board runs as same as that of CPCB. Along with that, it implements the pollution control law which are set by CPCB and regulates within the respective states. So these are regulatory frameworks. So let us look upon the pollution control measures. Firstly, within an urban areas, as we have mentioned, the primary source of air pollution is the transportation. Hence, we should look upon the vehicle emission standards. In every vehicles, that too in four-wheelers, it has been mentioned as BS6 model or BS4 models, which is actually mentioning the emission quality or emission standards within which the particular vehicle's engine is working. So implementation and periodic upgradation of emission standards for vehicles to reduce pollutants such as carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, particulate matters is very much necessary. As of now, in 2023, BS6 is being running, As per the norm set by the BS6, the vehicles are running. The emissions, if you check the emissions of that vehicles, it will be within that set standards. Next, within industry, not only the vehicles, industries also pollute to some extent. Hence, industrial emission standards has to be put. Industrial emission standards. There are so many industries. For particular industries, based on the processes which they have, the regulatory authorities will set the stringent emissions norms for that industry, for particular pollutant which is being emitted by the industry. Next comes the waste management within the city or within the urban areas. You might be wondering how the waste management in terms helps in controlling the pollution, that to air pollution. See, if you are haphazardly dumping the wastes, that solid waste, and burning the solid waste, it will produce obnoxious gases and in turn the pollutants, which is harmful to the environment. If these wastes are segregated properly and disposed properly and ending up in particular facilities like waste which are degradable or ending up in composting facility, waste which have the capacity or potentiality to generate energy ending up in waste to energy facility, waste which are non-degradable can be end up in landfills. But if this not happen and they are being dumped anywhere in the city and burned, then it will create a pollution. Hence, proper waste management in turn helps in controlling the air pollution. Green initiatives. Green initiatives like encouragement for green spaces, tree plantation drives, urban greenery to absorb pollution and improve the air quality. These things has to be taken care and it should be encouraged by the authorities. Along with this, public awareness is necessary. Public awareness is necessary and proper education has to be given to this public regarding the cause and effect of the air pollution and regarding the measures to be taken in preventing the hazards caused by the pollution. Example, encouraging carpooling, encouraging energy conservation methods adopted in our buildings, and shifting to the cleaner fuels. So nowadays there are innovative initiatives have been going on. To mention, for example, for the initiative, that to innovative initiative in Delhi, there is odd even rule, wherein within the system, vehicles with specific car number plates or vehicle number plates allowed to operate on specific days, aiming to reduce the vehicular emissions. And some cities are encouraging switching to cleaner fuels. Cleaner fuels like compressed natural gas CNG, liquefied petroleum gas LPG, and electric vehicles also reduces the urban air pollution. These comes under innovative initiations. So rapid urbanization and industrialization pose ongoing challenges in managing the air pollution within the urban areas. So, efforts are ongoing to combat urban air pollution in India through a combination of regulatory measures, technology advancements, public awareness, collaborative efforts between government, industries and the public. The future strategies include enhancing public transportation, promoting electric vehicles, adapting renewable energy sources within our houses, and implementing sustainable urban planning to mitigate air pollution. So, this is regarding urban air pollution management in India. In the next session, we will discuss about the solid waste management in our India.